Hey Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Sorry, I'm eating almonds right now, so that's why I'm chewing. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. This is Earthchild Tarot. This is going to be a timeless reading, you guys. So this is going to be a reading regarding shadow work, the darker parts of ourselves. I'm sorry, I'm trying to really adjust this camera because I want you guys to be able to see the cards. I hope I'm not too close or too far. But guys, this is for your shadow work. All of us, every single being on this planet has a light and a dark side. We all have a shadow. It's going to be a part of us until the day we die. We should get used to always facing our shadow side when it shows up. If there's any part of ourselves from our past, our present moments, what have you, if there's any part of ourselves that is showing up as the shadow parts of ourselves, and we run away from that, wounds that we're holding on to, pains that we're still subconsciously or consciously holding on to, we have to face them. We have to face them. The subconscious is just as important as our conscious selves. And if we don't face these factors of who we are, that factor of the shadow of who we are, we end up just living life with all these imbalances and issues that we're not facing. Okay? And I'm here to help you with that in some way, shape, or form. I'm not here to give you all the answers necessarily. That's up to you. I'm just here to give some pointers a little bit from my spirit guides and from the universe, using these cards as to what you can do to heal yourself. So we're going to pull three tarot cards, one speaking to you about what you're repressing, what type of wounds are you repressing, what created that wound or those wounds, and how you can grow and heal from those wounds or experiences that you're still repressing. Okay? Let's jump right into it. We're going to start off with the tarot first. We're going to clarify the tarot, and then we're going to pull 2 oracle messages towards the end. Okay? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or wherever Scorpio is in your chart. First card, Universe, Source, Spirit Guides, Ancestors. What are my beautiful Scorpios repressing at this time? What are my beautiful Scorpios repressing at this time? What are my beautiful Scorpios repressing at this time? What are my beautiful Scorpios repressing at this time? You have the Ten of Cups. Some of you guys are afraid to show that you're happy. You're too busy people pleasing, and maybe you're surrounded by people who prefer you to be less happy than they are, so you try to keep them happy, that would be a toxic relationship, right? If that's the case. So you're hiding your own happiness for them. And you don't want to see the fact that this person is abusive, or that this person is abusive and toxic, or toxic, one or the other. Either one, it's still bad. Others of you I was kind of saying the same thing to Libra earlier. You really want to be happy, Scorpio. The family, the boyfriend, the girlfriend. You want to be romanticized. You want kind of like the lovey-dovey fantasy type of relationships or this type of life. But there is something that you're missing. I'm getting the sense, Scorpio, that there is a mask that you're wearing. You don't fool the universe, though. You may create this story in your head of, and you may do it on social media, you may, maybe the way you talk when you have conversations with people that you know, you may be really good at making your life seem like it's this big, interesting, romanticized life, but deep down inside there may be, it may be opposite of that. You really, really want a certain life that will fill all of your cups. You want it to check off all of your boxes. However, it's almost like with the Ten of Cups, it's in traditional tarot, it's a family with their dog, and they're under this rainbow with cups. And it just seems so fantastical and so romantic and beautiful and lovely. But it takes work. It takes effort. It takes a lot of shadow work. It takes a lot of facing yourself to get this Ten of Cups here. There's a journey before you get to the number 10 in the tarot. And before you get to the Ten of Cups, you first have to get to the Three of Cups. You go 1, 2, 3, and then you get to the Three of Cups, which is healing, right? Healing relationships, healing yourself, right? You get to the Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, where things are not really going the way you want them to. You're just waiting around. You're disappointed time and time again, and then you get to the Six of Cups, where you're faced with your past, and then you get to the Seven of Cups, where you just feel so confused, and then you get to the Eight of Cups, where you come into clarity about something that you need to walk away from, right? So it's before you can get to this 10, there are some steps that need to be taken first. Whether you want to take those steps, Scorpio, is completely up to you. I remind myself that you are a fixed sign. So that may be a bit of a journey, okay? All right, so let's see what caused this wound, Scorpio. What caused the wound and the pain that Scorpios are repressing at this time? What caused the wound that my beautiful Scorpios are repressing at this time? Sorry, guys, if you hear clicking, it's my window blinds. Spirit guides for Scorpios. What caused the wound they are repressing? You have the Strength card. Libra's reading is kind of sounding similar. Could have been a Leo that started this. Maybe there is someone that you see or you look up to. You saw them happy and you just felt like, why can't I have that? Could have definitely been a Leo who started this, or someone that you felt had it all. Could be social media for some of you, looking at people who seem confident. But you don't see their real lives, Scorpio. don't know, it's like this. We're going to clarify these in a second, but I do see it strongly that there's someone in your life, whether it's directly offended you, or directly affected you, or indirectly. There are those of you where there's someone in your life who you may have looked up to, or you just see them as this strength energy, this person who has in your mind has everything. Three of Wands. There's more Leo energy. Could be Aries as well. I also get the sense that what caused these wounds was you did everything that you could. You stayed strong throughout certain hardships or throughout a certain situation because you saw you thought you saw the finish line. I just get the sense, Scorpio, that it was false, though. It wasn't real. And the reason why it was false is because there were some steps that you were skipping. There are sacrifices that you wanted to skip over. You were very tough and strong through the hardships, but it just never really panned out the way you wanted it to, no matter how much hard work and effort you were putting into this situation. Like, you may have seen your blessings coming in because of you felt like you were taking the right steps, but there was more to that journey. I'm trying to put my finger on it, but this is very a generalized message that I'm getting here. It's not, I just get the sense that there is a life that you're living that's less than perfect in your mind, but you see it as more as a very negative thing. Let's see how you can heal. How can my beautiful Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus heal from their wounds they are repressing at this time, Spirit Guides? Also, looking at your wound, what caused this wound could have been, because I see a desert here. You were left desolate at some point. Someone just left you out in the cold, like nothing. May have taken everything away from you, and you had to kind of fend for yourself and survive on your own. Like, you had this 10 of Cups here, but then a lot was taken away from you. You had to survive on your own. There is a place, a person, place, or thing. They don't have to be a Leo, but it can be a person, place, or thing that symbolize like a lion or a tiger or a feline, but a carnivore almost, where it was like they had more power than you had. They had more control over a situation than you had. And they were just kind of prowling and preying on you. Because the Strength card is still a very different card than the 10 of Cups, right? And the Strength card is also about taming a beast. So something came up out of you or in your life that was very powerful, but very grueling and challenging for you. And you just had to be left with it, left to fend for yourself or defend yourself on your own with no help. As far as your advice, Cancer, on how to heal from this, you have the Cancer card of the Chariot, discipline. You have to rise above all of this, Scorpio. If any sign represented the shadow self or the dark side of our existence is your sign. It's the death cycle. It's that death. It's that bitter energy, that bitter taste in your mouth, right? That you don't want to experience, but the universe is saying you have to experience it. In order to rise above that, you have to rise above all of this, Scorpio. You need to discipline yourself to see things differently, to change your perspective of things. Because when you're down in the valley, or you're in deep and close into your situation here, or these wounds, and you're looking so closely at it, you're just in it. You have your nose in the mud, so to speak, but it's now time to raise your head up. Also, I see looking at life like it's a roller coaster, just going with the flow, having fun with it, and just realizing, you know what? This is life. I'll get through it. I'll make it. Stop looking back at what didn't work out for you. Don't ponder that all the time. Don't wallow in self-pity, Scorpio. Look at what your circumstance is now. If there's anything that you settled for because you didn't think that this 10 of Cups could happen, it's time to turn your life around. It's time. For some of you, there's a lot of things that are happening all at once. And it's frustrating for some of you, but that's because this wound that you're suppressing, these sacrifices that you're skipping over because you feel like, well, I don't think I need to focus on that. I don't really want to go through that because that's too much for me. You know, and I don't need that in my life. So I'm just going to try to go around it, or make a U-turn and try to find my way around it. The universe is not letting that happen for you. If you truly want the 10 of Cups, truly, and it's an authenticity, because right now for some of you, Scorpio, you're living a false 10 of Cups. And it, not in general, I'm not saying that this is a general, your whole life is fake. I'm just saying some of you guys, it's just a situation in your life that's fake. You didn't want to break up with that person. You just wanted to make it work, even though it was toxic, and you want to make it seem like everything is honky-dory and everything is unicorns and rainbows and everything is perfect, and it's not. It's not. All right? Let's clarify these cards for you guys. Clarify the 10 of Cups, Spirit guys, for my beautiful Scorpios, for the wounds they are repressing at this time. Let's see here. Scorpio, clarify the 10 of Cups here. Judgment, Libra got the same thing. Very interesting. Maybe not in the same placement, but they got the same card. So they're definitely, when I see the Judgment card with the mirrors there, it's like reflection. It's really seeing things for what they are. And there is something that you did not want to see for what it was, but the universe had a way of showing you, no, this is what it is. It's not this 10 of Cups like you think it is. You want it to be. You're trying to make it out to be, but it's not. And it's time to face it. It's time to face the facts here, Scorpio. Ace of Cups. It was something that you thought was going to be amazing. Libra got the same thing. Strength card, Spirit guys. Clarify the Strength card for my beautiful Scorpios, for the wounds that caused this pain. What is the wound that caused this pain? Clarify the Strength card for my beautiful Scorpios, for the wounds that cause their pain. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Somebody it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this is definitely somebody who just juggled you. They made you feel, they were just they weren't sure if they wanted to make you a priority or someone else or something else. It's almost like somebody just really chose you over someone else, or chose someone else over you, or chose something over you and just left you out to just defend for yourself. You did with the Strength card here. It seems like you did. You figured it out, but you were still left alone to figure it out. Others of you, this can just be your thoughts. You're just juggling a lot of thoughts. It could be mental illness as well. Not really sure, realizing that you're really not sure who you are. All right? You have the Ace of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. This is definitely someone who made it seem like, or something that seemed like it was going to fill your cup and that you were a priority, but it turns out it was something else. Let's clarify Chariot for you, Scorpio, regarding your advice on how you can heal from these wounds and do the shadow work, heal from this shadow work. Clarify the Chariot here for my beautiful Scorpios for how they can heal themselves in their shadow work. And remember, this is timeless. This is a timeless reading, okay? Ten of Pentacles. All right. Think about the legacy you want to leave behind, Scorpio. You want it to be real or fake? Think about your future. Do you want to keep holding on to somebody? Do you want to bring them into a future and make it less than what you want it? It's time to build a life here, Scorpio. A real life. A solid one on a solid and firm foundation. Whether it's your own family, if you want to build your own family, make sure it's with a real person, not a person who is back and forth. Focus on the new beginnings with the Ace of Wands here, not the endings, because the endings are inevitable, but new beginnings are inevitable too. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull some oracle messages. We're going to pull 2 oracle messages for you guys. I'm going to read this oracle message to you really quickly, Scorpio. Scorpio and their shadow work. Scorpios and their shadow work. Timeless messages for all signs of Scorpio for their shadow work at this time. Scorpios and their shadow work at this time. You got speed. Just like the Chariot in your reading, speed. All right, so let me just read this card to you guys really quickly. I'm going to show it to you once again. It says speed. So let's go ahead and see what this card is speaking to you guys about, beautiful Scorpios. I'm trying to find where speed is. Oh, there it is. I'll just read this to you guys really, really quickly. Oh, it's actually really short. It says, the horse represents transportation, speed, and effort. The time of pondering what is to be done has passed. It's time to act on what you know. So, with that Chariot card and this speed card, you guys, this is definitely talking about you needing to get your life. Stop trying to live a fake life. Stop waiting around. Stop trying to make things work with someone or something. No. Boot them out and actually go after what you want. You're slowing yourself down by holding on to things that do not serve you at all. And you probably knew that a long time ago, but you tried so hard to make it more than what it was. It's time to see things for what they truly are, Scorpio. Let's pull one more oracle message, you guys. Scorpio for their shadow work at this time. Also, you may have been moving very fast towards something that you should have slowed down for a second and realized, is this really good for me? Is this something that I should be doing? Am I just running into this because I'm in love or because this sounds like a good idea and it's just instant gratification? Or should I be letting go of that thing and turning towards what's truly meant for me, what I truly want, and making full speed ahead towards that instead of full speed ahead towards the wrong thing, right? Oops. All right, shadow work for Scorpios. Surrender. There you go. You need to surrender, Scorpio. Move forward and surrender. Do not hold on to this fake person or this faux life or this situation that's just you're trying to make work. Don't polish a turd here. Let it go. Whatever sacrifices you need to make those sacrifices. Even if you figure this out 10 years after the fact, no matter how long you've been with a person or at a job or how long you've been married, if there is a situation that you just tried to make work because of what other people wanted for you, if you decide to get divorced or to let someone go 10 years after choosing them, the truth is the truth. Bottom of the deck, you have peace. You will be at peace, Scorpio, if you do this. Make the sacrifices. See things for what they are. Accept the truth. Look in the mirror. Okay? Much love and light to all of you. Scorpio, I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.